Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about whether or not birthdays are okay to celebrate or pagan. This is going to be part one. I'm only going to cover a few things and my belief, and then I'm going to go in more depth in part two, so please stay tuned for that. But before you get into this video, subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay up to date on my next uploads. And please like this video if you find it helpful. Don't forget to like and comment. So without further ado, I'm going to go on and get into what I'm talking about for today. Pagan celebrations are most times after a specific time in history, or from old traditions made into holidays, or just straight up after a god or a deity. That's how holidays most times come about. They come about through something that has happened in the past, and people have kept up tradition for years to come, and they just keep it up, and a lot of people lose the meaning of these particular holidays. Holidays have slightly changed over time, and I think people kind of lost the true meanings, and that's why they don't see anything wrong with celebrating a holiday. People kind of blindly follow these holidays because they're a lot of fun. You get a lot of enjoyment out of it. You spend time with family, you get gifts, and there's parties, there's all types of things, and that keeps people wanting to celebrate them. Even after hearing about some of the history behind these holidays, people say, well, that's not why I celebrate it. Times have changed, things have changed, and I celebrate these holidays because of this or because of that, or they mean this to me, or my family has been doing it for this long, so I'm going to continue to celebrate this holiday because of that. And people kind of don't understand the reason why it is kind of dangerous and kind of dishonoring to the Most High Yah to celebrate these holidays. That's why a lot of people who have awakened to some sort of truth, awoke people, they kind of stay away from holidays, a lot of people, because of these particular reasons. These holidays have a lot of bad meanings behind them, and they just shouldn't be followed, and I personally believe that too, regardless of how fun a holiday may look. All the sales that you get, all the gifts and the decorations, it's all so beautiful, it's all so fun. But when you really consider how they came about, if you're a Christian, you're not going to buy something that was made for Buddha, or something that was made after the god Buddha, or any of these other false gods. If you're a Christian, you're just not going to buy a statue of Buddha or anything of that nature. You just won't do that. And it's kind of the same with these celebrations. If you truly honor the Most High, then you won't be involved in something like this because of its meaning and where it came from. Like Thanksgiving, for instance, is actually the date of the slaughter of the original people who actually lived here in America. That's starting to come out a lot more. And do you really want to celebrate that? Do you really agree with the slaughter of thousands, millions of people? Do you agree with that? If not, then why would you celebrate it? You can have your own type of Thanksgiving. You can come together and have a gathering with your family any time of the month. But it's kind of dishonoring to the Most High and everything you believe in to celebrate something like Thanksgiving, knowing exactly what happened. Or Christmas, being the false birth of the Messiah, and there's a lot of other meaning behind Christmas. Look it up. But if you find out that Christmas isn't actually the birth of the Messiah, your Savior, then what's the point in celebrating it? Just find out that people lied about that in history, then why celebrate it? That alone makes me say that I wouldn't. Or Halloween. There's a lot of demonic stuff with Halloween, and I just don't understand why people get into that and even have their kids really involved in celebrating Halloween, because it's it's kind of really creepy when you really look at it and you really see what's behind it and you learn the history behind it. It's really eerie, and to celebrate Halloween is just odd to me. A lot of these holidays are bad, and people who have awakened to truth agree that these holidays are bad, but they also go on to say that celebrating birthdays are just as pagan. For many different reasons. People probably go into the history behind it and how celebrating birthdays came about. And they may come to the conclusion and say that celebrating birthdays are indeed pagan. Well, here's my belief on it. These people group birthdays in the same category. So, is it bad to celebrate your own birthday? Is it pagan? Well, one thing for sure is that the Bible says to not be like the world at all. It even says to flee from the very appearance of evil. Be transformed in your mind. Don't be like the world, the heathen. They have many traditions and ways that they follow, and you shouldn't do those things because you're supposed to be set apart. Holy. Holy means set apart. You're not like the average person out there in the world. So that's one thing. The world celebrates birthdays, so if you don't, that kind of sets you apart. You just disregard it and just, forget you were born on whatever date. It doesn't really matter, right? So we shouldn't celebrate birthdays so that we can look set apart. Yeah, and is that how we should be thinking, or is that just overdoing it and being self-righteous? Is it okay to give someone a gift, just as a reminder that they are alive today? Or to make them feel happy, glad, or special? Is that okay, or is that wrong? Just as a reminder that it's good that they lived for however many years that they lived, or to celebrate the fact that, they are turning another age. They are still around after so many years, Better yet, is Yah against you giving someone a gift on their birthday, just to make them feel better. Well, there's no particular date that everybody follows. Kind of like Christmas or Halloween or Easter or Valentine's Day or Thanksgiving or any of these celebrations, really. There's no particular date that dates back hundreds of years ago to when this stuff first came about, when there was, actually a deeper, darker reason for celebrating these holidays. There's no particular date. It's just your own birthday. Is that wrong? There's nothing really pagan there. I mean, I guess giving out gifts is pagan, is like the heathen. Or is it okay to give people things? It was a blessing from Yah to be born and to continue on living. That's how I look at it. Giving him the gratitude and acknowledging the fact that you're still around. I don't think that's wrong at all. As far as being like the world, you can celebrate your birthday in a different way than the world does. People throw parties, they do all types of things on their birthday, or sometimes they just get a simple gift. It really doesn't matter, but I don't see anything wrong with it. It's not pagan because it really doesn't follow after any sort of tradition. You can celebrate your birthday however you want to. You could just say, happy birthday, and that's that. Or you could say, praise Yah for so many years of life. Or you can just, give a person a gift or a few gifts. It could be 10 gifts. It really doesn't matter if you're giving the glory and the praise to Yah and you're thankful for so many years of life and you express that, and others express that by giving you something and making you realize, oh, this is a special day. Yah is keeping me alive on my birthday. Is a special day, and he's given me this many years of life, and I should cherish that. I think that if you celebrate a birthday in that way, that is nothing wrong with it, and that a person who tells you that that's wrong, they're just being self-righteous, they're trying to be a party pooper in a way, or they're trying to take away the fun from everyday life. Celebrate it. Be thankful, be glad, praise Yah, continue living according to Yah's will, and He wants nothing better than for you to eat and drink, enjoy the work of your hands, and just occupy until His return. There's nothing wrong with being happy and celebrating that on your birthday. There's really nothing wrong with it at all. But I do agree that in some cases it can turn out to be a rather pagan celebration. It just depends on how you do it. Some people do odd things on their birthday. Some people do things that do eventually start to look a little pagan, and the more you add on the traditions of this world, of America or wherever you live, the more it becomes more pagan if you're following after everything that these pagan people out in the world does. It is important that you look set apart from the world, and everything that you do, in the celebrations that you involve yourself in the way that you carry yourself, the things that you do, the beliefs that you have. It's really important that you continue to be set apart from the world, so that when the world looks at you, they don't see just another person. They don't see just another human with quirks and with mistakes and with the freedom in those mistakes and continuing on in them, and no regard for the Most High, no honor towards His word, and no reverence to Him, and no discipline. It's important that you keep yourself disciplined. I did a video on that also, to keep yourself from a thing, or to keep yourself from certain things, to allow yourself to become a better person, and not overindulging in the world and all of its deceitful dainties. The more you do that, the more you become just like the people of this world, and you will not look set apart. So it is important that you stay set apart, and I will do a part 2 on how exactly a birthday can become pagan, and how it just becomes just like the world, and there's really nothing set apart about that. So stay tuned for part 2 to see just how pagan a birthday can become, and how it can be dangerous and not so honoring to the Most High. With that being said, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know. What are your beliefs on celebrating birthdays? How do you feel about it? Do you believe it's pagan, or do you think that the information I shared in this video was agreeable? Let me know that in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and like. Thanks for watching.